What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the table where everybody eat. Y'all know what to do. Hit that like button for your boy. And if it's your first time to the channel, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. That way you'll miss out on the plays and updates we bring to you guys each and every day in the market. Now, if you're just watching your P&L right now, you probably missing what actually flipped the market. This isn't random. This is tied to one thing. We got headlines around a potential ceasefire. Now, I know you guys heard that a couple days ago when good old Donnie was like, yeah, man, things are going well, war's coming to an end, blah, 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 etc. And then come to find out, Iran said, we haven't spoken with nobody. Well, today it's kind of been solidified that at least some things are starting to be planned and be worked out. And that right there caused oil to drop hard into the high 80s. Man, once that crude oil dropped, Chevron, Exxon, USO, whatever you possibly had calls on when it came down to energy, pulled back significantly or didn't move that much at all. So if oil stays beneath 90 bucks, which right now is currently trading around $91 below this 21 SMA on a 4-hour time frame, the whole energy trade starts to cool off. And with us being over here on WTI crude oil on a 4-hour time frame, you can see right here it stayed up in the high 80s. As we said, we got this support area around this $85 psych area, 92.08. But for me, if we could get above 93.50, which I don't want that because I would love for tech to actually continue to go higher. But if we get above 93.50, that's where we could see today's rally, today's bounce in the XLK, XLP, a few other sectors as well. But we could see that rally or that relief bounce we got today sell off and oil recover. Now, looking at structure, you've got tech coming into key areas as well around major moving averages and consumer names starting to reclaim levels they lost earlier, but they are also in a decision zone in my eyes, having the bulls and the bears on the fence, whether you play energy, whether you play tech, consumer staples, industrials, everybody right now have their eyes on one thing, and that is oil. USO is another one right now as it has reclaimed that 112.50 zone and now trading at 113. Anything for me, which I told the Discord community, link is below in the description if you guys would like to join. But I told the community weeks ago that we had to hold 113 or reclaim 113. Once we got back above 113, I said we got 116 and 118, then ideally maybe that 123 zone, which you guys see we pulled up to that area right about here, ended up selling off, coming back down, and now here we are reclaiming that 113. So, like I say, if crude oil spikes overnight, we don't get a ceasefire, geopolitical tension goes on, then bang. Devon Energy is another name that we're currently in right now in the Discord. I believe we have April 17th, $50 strikes, which are now in the money. But if we go to a higher time frame on Devon, you guys can see on the weekly, we have gotten above that 200 SMA, heading towards this 5160 line in the sand. On the monthly, we are barely getting above that 200 SMA, which is also right here, slightly above that 51. I mean, right here below that 5160. We get above 5160 line in the sand. Let's say if this geopolitical tension goes crazy, crude oil within itself gets above $100 a barrel, even especially 110, then yes, we will see a squeeze on a lot of names, but Devon Energy is one. Another name I know you guys like, Occidental Petroleum. And Oxy, it still has some room to get to its monthly 200 SMA, which is right here beneath the 67.25 zone, let's just say 67 bucks. And if we do get above the line in the sand around that 63.60 zone, we could test that. But if we go down to the weekly, and you know what? We're going to remove the drawings for this because I want you guys to see this clear as day. 3 weeks ago, basically, we rejected right here. So March, the beginning of March, we rejected 200 SMA. Boom, we close above it. We go higher. We actually bounced off of it right there. If I was to zoom in a bit, you guys could probably see it a little bit better. Boom. Look at that clean hold right there, that weekly 200 SMA. That thing looks mighty fine if you ask me. Then coming down to The daily on Oxy is slightly gapped up. We're going to bring the drawings back though, so you guys can kind of see some of the levels. Boom. So, and I'm gonna zoom back in. So as you guys see here, like I say, we got that overhead right there on Oxy. But long as Oxy is above 58, I'm actually pretty good. Anything over 58 to 59, I'm loving it. Psych level of 60, cool. But even if we lost a psych level of 60, hold 58.50, we good to go. Lose that, we could come back and possibly see that 56. But if we were to go to that 4 hour time frame on Oxy, you could see how long this thing has been riding and looking, I mean, looking gorgeous around this 21 SMA for a number of days. So if you aren't in this play, ideally you would love to see obviously maybe a pullback to the 21, see if it holds. But like I say, if crude oil squeezes overnight, no ceasefire happens, then you may not get your entry on that. Now, a few names we're watching in the Discord before I let you guys get out of here. We got Walmart on a 4 hour time frame. Now, we got this yellow trend line that goes from January 9th to top of this year on the daily, however. But as you can see, we was high as here around that 135, came down. I was anticipating at least a retest of this golden zone to fill this gap back here. We didn't get that. We barely even lost 118. And if we zoom in a bit, oh, I zoomed in a lot. Oh, well, that's good enough. So we zoom in. You guys can see how we flirted with that 118, 119, reclaim. As we reclaim, we reject that 121.80, 122 zone, consolidated a slightly little bit, broke out that following day, boom, right into the 200, came down. We held that 121.80, 122 zone, which coincides with this right here, on top of holding that 21 SMA. So now what I'm looking for tomorrow is to see if on the 4 hour time frame, can we reclaim that 200 SMA or at least get above that trend line and then see if we can get above 123.80, 124 to test cycle level of 125 on Walmart. Costco, now I got to go to the daily for this one. Reason being is because when we were around that 1,020 area or so, I can't remember where it was at, and we lost it, and then we lost the $1,000 area in confluence with the 21 SMA on the daily. I told the community we possibly could come down and test the 200 SMA, which we didn't, and we reclaimed this 974, 975 area. Now, if we do see more upside, we will have to reclaim that 21 SMA. So therefore, I'm looking at that as an area of resistance. And notice something right now on this video. That right there coincides with this wick top from January 26th of this year, which brought us down here to my target as of right now of 930 to 932. Might as well put that there, line in the sand, live in effect on the live stream. If you guys like the live, I mean, not like the live. If you guys like the content, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. This mug is raw and uncut, as you can see from what I just said. Also, hit that link in the description if you want to join the Discord community. And with that, you can follow your boy over on X or Twitter, where I post little life quotes, things I ain't gonna say going through, but I post self motivation for myself. But then at the same time, it goes out and transpires out to you guys. 4 years with a new heart. Shout out God. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. Yes, I'm a heart transplant patient. But right here, this weekend, and the slots are filling up pretty fast, especially because they are limited. But we having our first, I'm not gonna call it a mastermind, so I'm gonna call it like a master class. We play depending on how it turns out, we may do this here bi-weekly. If not bi-weekly, definitely once a month. So the link will be in the description below. If it goes well, then we will open up the spots. But for right now, I'm keeping it limited. That way, if anybody have questions, I could go ahead and address them. So yeah, Saturday, March 28th, we got 2 sessions. Link is below in the description if you guys would like to be a part of that mastermind. So, like I was saying with Costco, if we were to lose that 200, I'm gonna wait and see how we react around that 945 zone. And lose that, we could possibly come down to that 930 area. Cisco. Now, you guys got a sneak peek because I was not supposed to show this with the gap showing. It was supposed to be the 4 hour time frame, but we jumped into this play yesterday. We got an $85 call, if I'm not mistaken. I could be 82.50. I'm not too sure. I'm not even sure on the date. Either way, we entered these calls yesterday around the $80.50 area, right beneath the line of the sand of 80.88. Let me go to the 4 hours so you can see what I'm looking at. So on the 4-hour time frame, when I seen how we held this 200 SMA for a number of days, basically majority of the month of March 2026. I mean, outside of this factor right here when we lost it, but for the most part, we held it and consolidated all that good stuff with the 21 SMA in confluence with, I guess you could say, consolidating around that range. I say, oh, this thing looks good. Now, as you can see, yesterday when I called this out, I noticed this strong wick bounce off the 200 SMA on the 4-hour and how it actually was above the 21 SMA as we were getting a extension or a curl on the 21 SMA. This right here is what I go through in the Discord because we trade structure, not hype. Said that once before, so I'm repetitive, but it's a system, baby. So if, but not if, because now this looks better than what it did yesterday. So we got the curl going on the 21 SMA, and now it's coming as if it wants to cross above this $79 zone. As you can see back here, it crossed above momentarily at the beginning of the month, and then it crossed back down. So what I would like to see on the 4-hour time frame, if you guys are on TradingView and if your moving averages aren't anchored, if you use the simple moving averages, I know some of you guys use exponential, but if you use the SMA, just 21, if it can cross above, let's just say $79.15 to $79.20 and continue to trend higher, then that will show you that maybe Cisco can also go higher to fill that gap to the upside. But there's a lot more names that we like in the community, such as software names like Net or Cloudflare to be exact. Armed already gave us the move, and oh my gosh, that was a gorgeous move today. Look at it. It actually superseded the sniper fair value gap and almost went to the prior highs, man. Y'all would not believe it. It's crazy. Look at that, boy. Uh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful move on arm. God dog it, boy. You got to love it. Got on this thing around here. But anyway, another one that I was watching, I may still watch because I like software, paying W, but nope, it came down, but it's holding this golden zone. So we got in off this 200 weekly bounce on pan W. What is crowd like? Crowd, they all looking identical, but on the weekly, what is net like? Because this one here is just, too gorgeous. Boy, that is so gorgeous. So, like I say, man, going into the rest of the week, it's simple. We have to watch oil. If it stays below this 95 or even stays below this $92, this rotation can continue. This little relief rally we got, this market bounce we have can go on. If it starts pushing back up, everything from today can easily trickle back down and the narrative can flip once again. So stay patient, stay calculated. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Much love. We out.